And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the grand finals, those grand finales here of the PiGosaur Cup number 53. Of course, this event, or this is a replay cast. These matches did occur yesterday, less than 24 hours ago. These events did take place, and we are here to cover them and catch up with them here and now. Let's go. Again, a best of 5 between Clem and Solar, and I'm really curious to see how this matchup pans out. We have been seeing very little TvZ on the new patch, just because how dominant Protoss and Terran players are in the online tournament scene, and how difficult it has been for Zerg players to advance on in these brackets. But not this week, not for PiGosaur Cup. So we'll see what Solar has to offer. Specifically when it comes to this matchup, I'm really curious to see how the Ultra Rush build has been adapted and has adjusted. We'll get into it, as game 1 is going to be on Title Citadel. We'll discuss. But now we're jumping in. Again, if you know anything about the TvZ meta, you would know that ever since DreamHack Dallas, it has been very meta, very standard, very trendy to open up either Roach, and go for Roach-based openers, sometimes even gaseous openers in towards Hive Tech, in towards Ultras, so Ultra Ling into Ultra. Sorry, I meant to say Roach Ling into Ultra. Let's go. Asking me about the Monday Night Weekly and Wardy TV Monday as well. But it's been very standard to go for that. From the other Zerg players like Zerg players like Serral and Raynor, they have been going for Ling into Ultra instead. So you skip Banelings, you go just pure Ling into Infestor into Ultra. But in the new patch, of course, the Infestor, oh, there you go. That is true. Did lose the Wardy. When it comes to the Infestor, though, we have been seeing players embrace it. We have been seeing the new patch, of course, come into play, and now it does have a more effective version of Microbial Shroud. So we'll see how that does impact the build to rush into Ultra, just because Ultras now have a more powerful kind of like next step and next stage to their evolution with the new spell on the Infestor, or the updated spell. But we'll get there. For now, this morning in the bottom right hand corner of Title Citadel, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. True. I count that a W if you lost the toss. And in the top left hand corner, we have the French Terran player. We have the red Terran. It is Clem for Team Liquid. Let's go. They're both bonding. They're both bonding over their disdain for Protoss. True. When it comes to ZVP, I would agree with the sentiment here. Like the overall meta is the same, and I would say it's even stronger for Protoss when it comes to the defensive play. I would say. Settling in. And welcome to Title Citadel. Citadel is going to be a larger map of the map pool. As we mentioned in the past, has a pretty robust 4-base setup. The 5th base is a little bit more exposed depending on how we expand. We have seen players actually go for the linear bases instead, which was very interesting to see. We shouldn't be seeing that here though, as Solar he attempts to go for the linear 3rd base. Reaper's in position, and ooh, the 3rd base is going to be denied. Not quite a kill on the drone, but a big delay on the 3rd. Ay. Yeah, Solar here won't be able to expand. Sends out a 3rd drone. And a delayed Nexus here, a delayed hatchery for Solar. So a better start for Clem. Once again, gracias. Big shout out to Enki. El hermoso, papi, el hermoso. Enki. Gracias. As Clem does get his 3rd CC on the way, so that's a 3rd CC. Ooh, before Starport, before second Rax, that's a 3 CC 2-on-1. Hyper aggression here from Clem. The other thing that I was going to add here, outside of the rush into Ultra build that has been, I would say, buffed in a longer game, it has another like progression point essentially. The other thing, of course, is the addition of the Spire. The Spire has been buffed, or I should say that Mutaplay is more accessible, much more accessible than it used to be. Ling Bane is more viable than it used to be as well. It is a lot more viable. So the goal, of course, was to try to bring back Ling Bane Muta. Solar, he doesn't scout across the map yet, but he is going for a safety Eva Chamber first. This should be for a rush into +1 carapace. So very safe play here out of Solar and a solid read considering what he's up against. Considering he's up against a 2-1-1. Wanting it back, what is a 2-1-1? It means a faster second racks, faster bioproduction, faster stim. Oh, and Solar, he did scout the 2-rack setup. He did scout the fact that the starport was not yet done. He knows. He saw the add-ons. Solar's aware. He already has +1 carapace on the way. A better start for Solar, or I should say a good read. A good read out of Solar. As Hellions, they do bleed their way through. Lings are going down. There's nothing left. Only Queens. We're going straight for the mineral line, and drones are going to fall. Oof. Yeah, drones are lining up, getting 3 out. Oh, they're lined up. Oh, getting up to 4. Barely not towards the end. But 4 drones do go down. That could have been so much worse. As we can maybe get 1 more. Lings have arrived. Solid defense. Solid defense. He deflects the army. Cleans up the Hellions. And in the end, to go for a 1-to-1 trade. I would say a better trade there for Solar. Clem was hoping for a little bit more. Stim is now done. We're waiting for the medevacs. Clem is about to move out. Cleans up the Overlord. Here comes the move out. Again, it's a little bit delayed here from Clem, but push is coming regardless. And we'll see what he can get done. The goal here should be to deny creep, hunt down Overlords, threaten bases, trade against the army. Carapace is finishing up just in time. But this was delayed for Clem. Oh, can he sneak on the expansion? Can he deny the 4th? 4th phase takes a lot of hits. And he will. Wow, he will cancel massive pickup. Denies the 4th base. And can even pick up some queens. No transfuse. Oh, there was 1 backup transfuse. Queen was left on creep. Very nice move. Nice attention to detail there from Solar. Keeping 1 queen on creep, allowing for a transfuse. Solar does catch the Lings. Sorry, does catch the Marines, I should say. As Clem was queued up. So we have a back and forth. Again, the 4th base going down was brutal for Solar. But he does survive. And here comes the Infestation. Now, if you recall, we spoke at the very start of the series about the rush into Ultra build. And that's kind of the style that we're going for. We're going into melee upgrades, Infestation bit into Hive. Hive is already on the way. This should be for Ultras. So we're going to be hitting a big power spike with Ultra Tech. And then another power spike after that with the Infestors. And we'll see if Solar can get there. We have 2 safety infestors on the way. Now, the reason why you need infestors early is because, if you notice, what is this army out of Solar? It's not Ling Bane, it's pure Ling. No Baneling Nest. No Baneling Nest in sight. It's pure Ling into Infestor into Ultra. So without Banelings, Infestors are necessary here for Fungals to actually support the army, to support the Lings. We won't get into Microbial Shroud yet. That'll be later on down the line. Slaps the medevac. But again, this build that Solar's going for has been very meta, very standard. If you've been watching DBT over the past couple of months, you would have seen it. Clem gets into the mineral line. And 6 drone kills. Not bad. Very nice trades. Picks up for the most part, pulls away. Here comes Microbial Shroud. And that is a new change, of course. And this does give a lot of strength to this build. Now with the new upgrade. But Clem's draw play, though, getting so much damage. Drones going down, mining's being denied. Here come the Ultras. Now the question becomes, can Clem breaks Solar before he can really embrace those Ultra upgrades. The Ultras aren't ready yet. They take some time. Basically, there's a big window here where Clem can kill Solar while Solar only has Ling and Fester before the Ultras. And here comes Clem. Fungus are ready. There's 3 infestors so far. Ling's trying to collapse in. Oof. Mind shot's going up. There's some decent mind connections. Army's turned away. Nice mind shot once again. Oh, Fungal lands. Yeah, Fungal completely locks down the army. And Solar, he should have enough, and he does. Oof. Yeah, the match chain Fungal shuts down the fire. I say that there's 3 Marines left. Clem is cleaned up. And Solar, he's holding. Now, what's scary about what just happened here? Solar, he does hold. He does shut that down. That cost him a lot of fungals, and Clem is not done. Clem is rallying. Like Clem, his economy has been untouched. So Clem, he can rebuild, remax, and keep rallying. And the goal here should just be to brute force the issue. And he is. Ooh, brutal mind connections, nice target firing. Infestors go down, and Clem has done it. Clem, he has that. I say that the Ultras are coming out just in time. We got the vanilla Ultras though. Yeah, they're 1-2 Ultras, no Candace plating, no Ultra speed. Solar, can he survive? The Ultras are getting low. We've got 2 more Ultras on the way. 1 Ultra goes down. Oof. Brutal mine shots. And yeah, I would say a clever setup here. Like, losing the 4th base was brutal, losing more drones. Solar, he will slow down quite heavily. He'll lose 2 Ultras. There's 2 left. There's no fungal. Nice time of the expansion. And we just rally towards top side as well. Yeah, Solar, he cannot keep up. He's being forced all in. Oof. It was just too much damage early on, referring to the drop play, referring to the initial push, referring to Clem sniping the expansion and killing how many drones so far? 24. 24 drones throughout the course of this game. 14 in the lead up to this final kind of push. So he has 3 Ultras. Let's go. My shots are going up. Just trying to engage. Yo, we got the slow bangs waddling in. And hey, we saw the Microbial Trap for the first time as well. I think for the first time this patch. We've seen it on this channel. It wasn't really effective, but it was there. It was there, but fungal lands, but it doesn't matter. So the Clem, you can just take the fungal to the face. You can take it to the face. GG gets called, and a Clem, he will overwhelm. He will take game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played, Clem. He does break through, does overwhelm, a very aggressive style here at a Clem, and Solar, he was unable to get away with his build. Again, that is kind of like the game that you're playing here. The goal for Solar is to minimize losses on his way to Hive, but he wasn't able to. He wasn't able to. He lost the 4th base, he lost 14 drones, he bled out Queens, bled out Lings, bled out far too much, and just too many losses here against Clem in the lead up to the Hive. And here we go. Here we go, spawning in the top right hand corner of Andromeda. We have the South Korean Zerg player, we have the blue Zerg. Oh, representing Team Falcons, it is Solar. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the French Terran player, we have the red Terran, representing Team Liquid, it is Clem. Now, when it comes to that build that we saw at a Solar, I do expect to see that again in this series. In a best of 5, I expect to see it like 2, maybe 3 times, depending on how the series progresses. But welcome one and all to Andromeda. If you recall, we did speak on this map in the previous series and the previous matchups, how this map favors aggression. And both series that Clem had against Rebellion and against Creator, he went for 2 base all-ins. He just went for 2 base all-ins and he broke his opponent then and there. In general, all-ins are very powerful on Andromeda. And we'll see how aggressive Clem plans on being. I'm leaning towards an 8-Rax, so I'm leaning towards, but we could be seeing an earlier Hellbat push, true. could be seeing like a 3-rack instead. I wouldn't be opposed to a 2-1-1. We'll see. Likewise, because this map is so small, because the rush distance is so short, we should be seeing Roach play. Like, Roach play would make a lot of sense here from Solar, or at least Ling Bane. Going straight Ling into Ultra will or should not work here. It should not work on Andromeda. You saw how much damage Clem was able to deal in Game 1. On a map like Andromeda, he could do even more damage in Game 2, so we should be seeing safer play out of Solar. That should be. So now we have our hatch gas full, standard opener. Unfortunately, there's only one third base option, so Clem once again needs a position to delay the third. It's you don't want to be expanding on the low ground here. And Solo, he has to fight for it. Lings going down, still no expansion. There are TCs on the way for Clem. And Solar is still stuck on 2 bases. He pulls in a gas. Okay, so really early a gas income here. This looks like an all-in. It looks like either a Roach Rush or maybe a Nidus all-in. Solar, he doesn't really want a Nidus though. But he has so much gas. And he's still mining more. There it is. Lair. So we're rushing into the fast lair. So as I mentioned, Nidus play is viable here as an option. So we could be seeing Nidus all-in. We could be seeing German Taxi. If it was Roaches, I feel like we'd see a Roach Warren soon. Otherwise, it could be a no shot. We go 2 base mid on Andromeda. No shot. It's gonna be Nidus, right? Yeah, he has no Overlord in the main. Oh, the Mippies. Ah, let's go. They're hosting a concert. They're praising Alarak. But based on this Overlord placement, like, it should be Nidus play, but we'll see. There might be something else that I'm, like, not thinking of. The other thing would be Drop Lord play, I guess. You make Drop Lords and drop into the main, but we'll see. As there we go, Nidus is on the way. So we're going Link Queen, Nidus all in, out of Solar. And Clem, I believe, has yet to confirm. Yeah, he never got into the main. He never got into the main base. He never confirmed the lair timing. Now, Clem should know that something is wrong because he knows how late the third is, right? He knows. And he's opting to go for high flight rotors into speed banshees. This would be okay against Roach play, but this is not Roach play. Show us the Nidus. We're getting ready. Ooh, nice round. Very nice round. 2 Hellions get caught. Clem not paying attention. Was caught being inattentive. Lings they engage with the natural. Nidus is on the way. Clem is distracted. Clem, he has no vision of the main. And again, this is a bit of a learning curve here. A bit of a learning experience on these maps. Large main base. Nidus does complete. And here come the queens. Here comes the all-in. Yeah, Clem is out of position. He's racing back home. Productions are being camped. That's a lot of queens. We got 6. 6 queens. Does not deny the upgrade. Hyperflight Rotors is done. Overseer is already morphed in. And Lings, they just keep flooding. Yeah, Lings just keep flooding in. Boys being pulled away. Production's being camped. And Solar has done it. At this point, Solar, he has done it. He has control of the main. Let's control the production, control the army. Clem is pulling the boys. Getting desperate. But there are so many Zerglings, the boys cannot engage. The boys, they can't do it. doing the factory. Didn't make sense. Liberator has arrived. I guess it can try to help. Losing a Banshee. Gets a queen. Gets one, gets two queens. Put over all these so brutal trades, and GG gets called. There's no way to break this, and Solar, he will tie the series 1-1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Solar does tie things up. Again, we did expect to see an all-in on Andromeda, but I expected it from the other side. I expected it from Clem instead. Likewise, from the side of Solar, we did take note of the early gas income. That was going to be a couple of different things, either early Roach Horn or early Lair. We saw the early Lair, and in our mind, it was going to be Nidus play. Technically, we could have seen Drop Lord play. If we took extra gases, it could have been Muta play, but no show you ever try to rush Mutas on Andromeda. GG. GG, well played. Unfortunately, Clem never saw the main. He never saw the main base. He never confirmed the gas. He never confirmed the lair timing. So Clem was playing blind. He was playing blind. He had no idea what was going on. GG. The pants were down, Papi. The pants were down. GG, well played. And with that, we're getting into game number 3. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the Old Republic, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons, tying up the series 1-1. It is Solar. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the French Terran. We have the French Terran player. We have for Team Liquid, it is Clem. Go. And welcome to the Old Republic, one of the larger maps in the map pool, much larger map. Likewise, has a much more difficult fourth base to maintain. This is going to be more applicable for the Terran player, and we do expect to see Solo once again go into that Ultra Rush. Now that we're going to be going back to larger maps, we're leaning towards Solo going Ling into Infestor, but we could be seeing some Ling Bane play, and we could see some Spire play. I would say that on these larger maps, Muta play is more viable. So Solar, I would say that he has options. Especially after game 1 not working, after game 1 Solar having a hard time going into like Ling Ultra, he's probably more tempted to play Ling Bane. Probably. They can't be down if you're not wearing pants. Ah, no. Take them off. Take them off. Not like this. As once again, Clem, he denies a third. Once again, there's only one third base option here on this map, so that is a brutal start here for Solar. We saw this last game as well. That is the downside of both Andromeda and of the Old Republic. Only one third option. And Clem starts off with the lead. Does start off with a nice lead. Solar, he counterattacks with the Lings. The Marines back at home. And the command center is done in time. It is done in time. Clem, he confirms that there's no 2 base all in, that there is a third. But at least Solo's able to get some vision here. 1-1-1. Okay. I was expecting Solar to mix things up, but Clem, he goes for a straight up 1-1-1 here. Hyper aggression out of Clem. Sorry, winding it back. It is standard, it is meta, it is often seen to go for a third command center before the starboard. Here, it's a starboard before third command center. With this, we have faster Banshee play. We have a more committed, more aggressive start to the game. This is often done to punish a player that's being a little bit more greedy. But potentially because of the late expansion, maybe Clem feels like there's a higher chance of... Oh no, he's being aggressive. We're going for a Hellbat push. I was going to say that he might believe that there's a higher chance of a Roach-based opener and Roach aggression, so he might just want to go for faster Banshees. But clearly that is not the case, as we are seeing the Armory, we are seeing the Hellbat push. Now, this may just be a decision being made after he saw the third, right? After he confirmed it wasn't two-base play. So it's like, oh, okay, you're not playing Roaches. Well, let's send it. 4-minute lair out of Solar, very fast lair. That's actually quite greedy. Now, with a 4-minute lair timing like this, we'll keep an eye on the gases. Yep, 2 more gases being taken. This looks like Muta play. 4 gases. Oof, this is 4 gases, fast lair. The problem with going mutas here, that means what? That means no Bailey Nest, that means no Roach Warren, and that means we might just die, because here come the Hellbats. Yeah, Hellbats have arrived, and Solar, he's just being hard countered. Yeah, just an unfortunate decision here, decision making out of Solar. I mean, he had no idea. No, sorry, he did. Yeah, he saw the 1-1-1. Yeah, he scattered. So that's on Solar. He'll lose every queen, he'll lose all the lings, the drones, he'll lose the base, he'll lose everything. Against Solar, he saw the faster starport. And GG gets called. Clem, he will take a lead in the series 2-1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Solar, even though he scouted the fastest starport, he did decide to do what? 4-minute lair, 4 gases. That build was indicative of Muta play. It looked like Solar, he was rushing Mutas, and when you're rushing Mutas like that, as we were trying to emphasize, no Bailey Nest, no Roach Warren, no defenses. GG. GG, well played. I would say almost like a build order win. I would say that just because Clem didn't scout either. Like, Clem didn't know what Solar was doing. Solar, he kind of knew what Clem was doing, and Solar still made that decision anyway. I mean, to be fair, like, Solar, in his mind, it might have just been a faster Banshee, right? In his mind, it could have just been faster Banshee play or more committed Banshee play. There was no confirmation of Hellbats from the side of Solar. He just knew that Clem was going to be more aggressive. And GG. GG, well played. With that, Clem takes the lead, and now we're loading into Satellite Years. And again, just very fortunate for Clem that Solar happened to be taking his gases and happened to be going into a fast lair. Here we go, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Satellite Years. We have the South Korean Zerg player, we have the Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons down in the series. We'll see if we can bounce back and force the ace match. It is Solar. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the French Terran player, we have the Red Terran for Team Liquid. It is Clem. Go and welcome one more to Satellite Years. Satellite Years, again, is one of the more quirky maps out there, more unique maps, just because of the base setup, just because of the 3rd location, the 4th location. Now, unlike the other 2 maps, there are multiple 3rd base options, so you can expand here at the low ground or at the linear 3rd base as well. Both are more viable here. So Solar, he should be able to get a faster 3rd. I say faster, he should be able to get his 3rd base on time. Unlike the past 2 games. Standard open out of Solar. Again, on the Old Republic and on Andromeda, like, there's only one 3rd base option realistically. So it was easier for Clem to punish, to abuse. Less so here. from here we are moving out. Clem spots the location of the third. You can see that Solar even sent out a second drone as well in preparation for expanding at either location. This time Clemmy doesn't try to punish. He lets Solar expand. Very kind. Very very gracious here of Clem. Aye, aye, aye. Lets him expand. And once again, Clem, do you see what I see? 111. So once again, hyper aggression out of Clem. He will go for a delayed third TC, and it is paramount here that Solar scouts. Solar, he needs to figure out what's going on, needs to scout, needs to recognize how greedy or how safe he needs to be playing. Oh boy. If Solar goes to the same build, if he goes for a 4-minute lair, okay, he pulled out. He pulled out. If he went for a faster lair, if he went into earlier gases, then he could just die again. This time going for a Liberator, not a Medevac. And still going for a Hellbat push. Yeah, still just going for the just coming to the Hellbats with the Liberator. This does make sense considering the abusable location on the low ground. So we can set up here in between the bases. And Solar, he has an Overlord on the right. He has yet to go in. He needs to get a read on what's going on. Unfortunately, there's no Overlord here outside of the bases, and Marines are on patrol. They're ensuring there is no scout. And now Soldier's playing standard. He's droning. He's getting extra queens. Gonna have he's gonna have up to 8 queens. But it is gonna be a tough hold. Overlord scout is denied. Do you see the research? He saw. Wow, the fake out. The fake research into add-on swap. Now you can see that Clemmy doesn't commit. He is going for a third CC behind this, so he's not going for an all-in. Liberator does siege up, a drone's going to be going down. Hellbat takes zone away the queens. We had 1 transfuse, just the 1. So far the queens are holding. Queens they hold, but meanwhile 0 mining here at the third. And the Hellbat's at Welling and he wants the drones. He wants them. Ah. Gets a queen. Queen goes down. Drones, they do get away. And Soul defends. Okay, he does defend. Did take a lot of losses, and we still have more Hellbats here towards the natural. But transfuse. Hellbats they will in. They will get some drone kills. Oh no! They turn and fight? 7 drones go down. Aye, aye, aye. Some brutal losses there as Hellbats they go back in. And Soldiers being torn apart. That's going to be 13 drone kills in total. And remember, Clem was not all in this time, or he was not as committed. Behind this, third command center is done. Building up into stim. Just getting into stim, getting into combat shields. Building up his bio. And Solar, he is definitely going to roaches. Double Evo chamber is going to roach play. Solar, he has a lot of droning to do. He has to re-drone, resaturate. Upgrade's going to be delayed as a result. Tech is delayed as well because of the early damage. And for the first time this series, Solar, he's going into Roach Ravager. He's committing into Roaches. Now, this can still be Roach into Hive into Ultra Tech. We'll see if he gets into +2 range or not. If he goes into +2 range, that's indicative of Roach into Hydra Lurker. Otherwise, melee would be indicative of Roach Ravager Link Bane. So we'll see what the next upgrade is going to be. Until then, nice knife on the Overlord. 6 Overlords in production. Oh god, that's a heavy supply block. Aye, aye, aye. 7 Overlords on the way even. Jesus. It's a lot of Overlords. And Solar, he's not droning. Yeah, he's going for the all-in. Okay, so we're not taking up into Hive, we're not taking up into Ultras, we're not going into Link Bane. We are cutting workers here at 0 saturation at the 4th base, cutting workers at 66. 66 drones, that is full 3 base saturation. So 3 base saturation, 3 base all-in, 4th base is just for larva, and one way or another, Solar, he either kills Clem or he dies trying. So it's all or nothing. Creep is spreading. Now the base that Clem opted to take is on the low ground, so low ground expansion, a very wide arc here pushing in. This will favor the aggressor, this will favor Solar. He's waiting for 1-1, waiting for the upgrades. Meanwhile, Clem, he's fully aware. Clem, he scouted the lack of saturation, that's why he's throwing down 3 bunkers. Clem is aware of the all-in. Boys are being pulled. There's only 1 tank behind this. And meanwhile, the first 2 bunkers go down. There's 1 bunker left. And Solar, can he break through? He's losing too much. Yeah, losing so many roaches here. And roaches are going down. Tank flow is going up. This will cost Clem some SCVs, but he can afford to lose them. And he's barely trying to hold on here. 21 SCVs going, 22. He will lose the economy, he will lose his 3rd. 22 SCV kills, brutal damage, and Soul should just keep going. He has to just back off, rebuild, remax, and just keep hammering at the 3rd base. Meanwhile, Clem is being proactive. Oh. Spots the army. I'll spot the army ahead of time. Tank is going to be wound down. Marines are trying to hold their own. Oh, and he breaks through the roaches. Uh-oh. Marines, they start to step in. Gas on top of some of the Ravagers as well. So we're still trying to force his way through. Clem, he has been resaturating. He has 2 more tanks behind this. And the tank shots are brutal. Solar, he's bleeding out his Ravagers. Expensive losses here for Solar. Yeah, here it extends. Ravager's going to be going down. Down to 3 Ravagers. Nice dodge on the Wiles. Cleans up the roaches, catches another Ravager, 2 Ravagers left. Down to 2, down to 1. Oh my god. Yeah, that was 13 Ravagers going down. That should not have happened. Ideally, when you're all in like this, you want to preserve the Ravagers because they're so expensive, because they take so much time to really build up, and they have so much value, so much potential as well. You want to preserve them, you want to back off every time to keep them alive. For Soul to lose them, that is brutal. Nice repositioning. 1 tank goes down. And Clem, he's holding. Clem, the tank has survived. That's going to be 1 tank finally falling. The other tank does get so many volleys off though. And Solar, he will lose everything. He'll lose the entire army. GG gets called. The all-in fails. And Clem, he will survive. He will defend. He will take the series 3-1. GG. GG, well played. A very impressive defense here by Clem. Clem, he lost 22 SCVs, by the way. He lost 22 SCVs at the 3rd base. His economy was crippled, but Solar was all in, and Solar, he got caught out. I was honestly really surprised that Clem was as proactive as he was. After he lost 22 SCVs, he pushed out across the map. He was able to engage the army ahead of time. He didn't allow Solar to build up his forces and to max out. He forced Solar to engage early, and that's when he was losing all of his Ravagers. Ravagers were going down left and right. Clem took a really nice fight. Sure, he didn't really have the army to break the main force of Solar, but he was just trading. He was just out trading Solar instead. And GG, well played. Solar, he ran out of steam, and Clem is going to be this week's PiGosaur Cup champion. Congratulations. Again, hyper aggression out of Clem. We saw a lot of Hellbat pushes. We saw Hellbat all-ins on Andromeda. We saw a Hellbat push on, Hellbat all-in on Old Republic. We saw a Hellbat push on Satellite Years. We did see a Link Queen Nidus all-in on Andromeda. And we saw Solar attempt to rush into Mutas on Taito and get punished. Oh wait, no, sorry. Taito was the game where he tried to rush into Ultra. It was going Ling into Ultra. And he got shut down early on. GG. GG, well played. A lot of variety here when it comes to the games themselves. We saw some macro, we saw all-ins, and different varieties of all-ins as well. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Clem. Shout out to Solar for making it this far. Quickly double checking here. Who did Solar beat to make it this far in the tournament? Purely Terran. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was like, did he beat Hero? Hero didn't play. Hero did not play. Sola, he 2-0'd Percival. He 3-2'd Beyond, went all the way to the ace match. And then, of course, he went up against Clem in the final. So purely ZBTs. I would have loved to have seen Sola versus Beyond, to have seen how that series panned out and how they faced off against each other. But regardless, GG. GG, well played. Again, congratulations to Clem for claiming the win here, and shout out to Solar for making it to this finals and for beating Beyond to make it to the finals as well. GG. I see Terran Zoid in the YouTube chat. It's hard to wrap my mind around how much you work for SC2. Would be nice to see you at Home Story Cup next year. That's an ambitious statement. It's very bold, very bold. But thank you for the kind words. I'm in Australia, not in Europe or in the Americas, so it is very, very expensive to go to Europe. So unfortunately, I don't really see that happening. I would love to one day go to Home Story Cup. I was lucky enough to go to IM Katowice in 2024. I was lucky enough to go there, and it was a really, really cool event, really fun, and it was my first like big offline event like that. I'd love to go to another event, whether it's something like Home Story Cup or a Cheeseadelphia or something, but it's not quite in the budget, unfortunately. Very expensive. Maybe one day, maybe in a couple of years, maybe. But thank you. Yeah. This is grand final. See. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. So that does wrap up our broadcast for the day. A little bit of a shorter broadcast, as we didn't really have too many replays of PiGosaur Cup. Quickly catching up on the rest of our schedule here. We do have our next cast. That's going to be tonight. Later on tonight, the Pondcast. The Pondcast is our weekly talk show. The weekly podcast, where we talk all things StarCraft. This week, I think it was a little bit of a lighter week in terms of news. Let me just double check. Let's have a look here. Outside of tournament results, we had TLMC. True, TLMC voting is open. If you're out there, I should emphasize that as well. If you're out there and if you haven't voted yet, do not forget to vote for the Team Liquid map contest number 21. We were just featuring some new maps, and it is up to you to determine which of these maps will make it through. Home Story Cup is a 7-hour drive. Oh, that's actually not too. I mean, that is a brutal drive, but that is preferable than like an 18-hour flight. For sure. Nice to hear. But yes, don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote for your maps. I'm probably gonna be doing that after the podcast tonight. But you can vote, and you can help determine which maps to be added to the map pool. Likewise, we had some news regarding the miniatures game. They just released the model for Zeratul, so we're going to be talking about that. And we have also news regarding the publishing on the arcade, which we just got an update of earlier today. Outside of that, we just have tournament results. We have the Water TV Team Liquid Map Contest tournament. True, I may just gloss over. I feel like I probably need to watch those games before I vote. Yeah. I need to watch them back. I need to watch. But we had the TLNC tournament. We had all the weeklies as well. All the regular weeklies. And of course, the SSU Safe House is right around the corner this weekend. As you can see here on the schedule, this weekend is SSU Safe House on Sunday. We have Warrior TV Monday tomorrow as well. MSO, STC. The SSU Safe House is a big event happening in Vegas in the Americas, with Zombiga, with States, with Nathanius. I think Rotterdam is going there as well. There is no offline kind of venue, unfortunately. Like, there's no public venue. But basically, they all rented an Airbnb. They're all going to be chilling in Vegas and casting and hosting a big tournament. Basically the NA version of Home Story Cup. I believe crowdfunding is going to be available for that as well, so keep an eye out and make sure you support it. It's going to be a two-day event, group stage and playoffs. We are going to be the B stream. We're going to be the B stream covering day one. We're going to be covering the group stage, covering day one. We'll be there. We will be there. Home Story Cup is a 9-hour flight and 30-minute Uber to the venue for me. Oh my, este niche, man. Este niche. Take me with you next time. Take me with you, niche. Vote early, vote often. Yes. Don't forget to vote. Again, I'll be voting probably later on tonight. I do think that I want to skim over the VODs of the TLMC tournaments before I vote as well. Don't forget. Otherwise, thanks for watching, thanks for support. If you want to support us, you can do so by following us over on YouTube, ! Socials in the chat. You can follow us on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, Discord as well. I did mention earlier, but if you were not a part of the stream yesterday, you may not know this, but I do have a bunny cam. I got a wireless webcam not too long ago, and I set it up for my personal stream. I've yet to set it up here on the Cranky Ducklings. I should do so by the time we cast tomorrow's cast of Warrior TV Monday. So for tomorrow's cast, we should be featuring the bunnies. You can see them. They're so cute, so well behaved. And we will be having, basically, I'm going to be retiring our 2 plushies, at least for the time being. So shout out to the Zergling, the Pro plushie, and the Duck as well. But I'll be showcasing the bunny cam there. The bunnies. Maybe making it a little bit bigger. You can make the trip to US. You stay here for a couple of days, then we can go together. True. Just hide me in your luggage. But I should be setting that for tomorrow's cast. Otherwise, I might stream later on today. I do have some things to do though. But if I have some time, I might stream before the podcast and might feature the bunnies then. If you want to tune into my personal stream, you can do so ! Light in the chat. I do stream from time to time on my personal channel. I don't really have a lot of time to stream until latter, but every now and then I go live, so you can check me out there if you wish. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys later on tonight for the podcast. See you then. See you then, papi. See you then. Take care. Thank you so much. Hasta luego. Ciao, papi. Ciao. Hasta luego.